Hey, True Believers England team here. We're going to be doing Detective Comics tonight as far as our tier listing, comic book covers, and everything. The Geeky Puppet Show is running way late tonight. Figured instead of starting half an hour early, we'll start up, talk about whatever. I do have some books to show off here that are the new big dogs that are going to be in the auction tomorrow, so I figured I would start with that. Thank you very much to Evil Black Cat for joining in. How you doing, sir?
So far, so good.
And of course, we have LK. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
All righty. And Pat is in the house as well as Rhaegar. Awesome, awesome. And when everybody gets in, we'll start doing the covers and everything. These came in today. And these are going to be in the auction Saturday the 1st. Oh, wow. It's already June. All right. And I got this. We got a Ripley's Believe It or Not. I actually have no idea what number this is. I got to look it up and write it on the backing board or something. But we got some Ripley's Believe It or Not. I found some decent Harvey here with Casper issue number 184. That's in pretty damn good shape. A book called Chaos Quarterly. This is issue number 1. And it's got all the chaos people going on right there with Evil Ernie, Lady Death, Crippler, and Cremator. Cremator, is that the guy's name? Let me get that tab off. Yep. Every other time these things just rip off. Not this time. Okay. Anytime it's on camera, it goes worse. My favorite Harvey comic. This is Hot Stuff. And that's issue number 70. Yeah.
So Richie Rich when he's sent to hell.
Exactly. Yes. What was the big crime other than being rich that little boy did? The last one was Chaos Quarterly issue number 3. I didn't win issue number 2. But here is issue number 1. There you go. Next up, Vampirella versus Hemorrhage. This is the Ashcan comic from 1990 something. Back in the 90s, they did a lot of Ashcans for stuff.
I'm guessing that's Harris.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Then we have Weird War Stories. This is issue number 26 and issue number 30. And issue number 33. Oops. We'll have issue number 36, a 100-page giant. It is a little wavy right here. All righty. Next up is issue number 43. And that is a nice black background there. Not a lot of spine ticks and such. All right. Next up, we have issue number 44. I've got another Our Army at War. Not that the others have sold. I'm just a sucker for them, so I'll keep buying them until I end up with a whole collection under the guise that I'm selling them. Here's issue number 200. And before Ghost Rider, we had Knight Rider. Actually, his name was Ghost Rider. Just they changed it because the other Ghost Rider. There you go. It's issue number 3, and we have Adam's Strange Adventures. It's actually Strange Adventures. They just put the Adam up on it. It's issue number 224. There we go. The first appearance of Negan, Walking Dead number 100. Got the first appearance of Predator in comics, Predator number 1. And I think these have been shown before. This Gotham by Gaslight. We've got the first appearance of Tim Drake. And nah, not that Tim Drake. Not that Tim Drake. And then we've got DC Presents Giant issue number 10, Strange Sports. There you go. Then we have Vampirella, issue number 32, which has tape right here And I noticed right at the top too, for some reason. There you go. Then we have issue number 38. And issue number 52. And here's issue number 73. Issue number 76. And issue number 77. All right, bidding begins as soon as LK says go. But those are the big dogs and such that are going to be added to the tomorrow's auction. Not all of them are going to be big dog prices. The Hemorrhage is going to be a 5. The Chaos Quarterly #1 a 5, but #3 a 3, and I think the Harveys are at 3 as well. So, as well as the Ripleys. But there you go. All righty. Cool. Anything of interest?
I mean, they're interesting books. I mean, nothing, off the top of my list.
Yeah. Alrighty, and let's see. There we go. Is everything got? Alright. But I'm interested and excited about the auction tomorrow. We're also having a bit of a telethon for Maranya on Sunday. We're going to start it at 6. It might be started by Venkman, though, because I have to pick up Gail from work. So we'll see how that goes. But we're trying to get her to 4,000. We're stuck at the halfway mark. I noticed her GoFundMe is at 2,000. It started today. It's at the same spot and everything. But we've got some books. We talked to the Lesters. They're going to give some. I'm putting something in. Eric said he's going to throw something in, and we're going to start doing, like raffles or auction or something like that to get things moving. The Lester sisters are putting up a first appearance of the Phoenix. So, some pretty good stuff. There's going to be some pretty good stuff on Sunday as well. When we're talking about raffle, of course, we'll figure out, everybody that bids this high will be on the wheel for that, or and I'm pretty sure if the books aren't of that quality, it'll be lower start price. But anything that we can do, we need to try to raise $2,000. We're talking to. I'm going to be setting up something after the show tonight. I'll set up a link. So if you guys do have just share it out on your social media. That there will be, the link to the telethon on Sunday. I'll put it in the community here, and I'll put it on the Twitter, the Sports Ball and Comics, and I'll just put it on general Twitter if you guys could share the link out, because we need more eyeballs on this to make it worth it.
If Breen can get Wes to share it out on his Sunday stream, because he's got a lot of views. Sorry, Saturday streams.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, that's why I'm going to get it done tonight. So anybody like Silver Age has his streams on Saturday as well. So getting the word out, and hopefully they'll jump in tonight where we can talk to the Lesters and we can figure out like startings for all the stuff and get it going. But there you go. So don't forget, tomorrow night 8:30 p.m. or 8 o'clock Eastern, is going to be the auction, and on Sunday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern is going to be the telethon for. It's not really going to be a telethon. Nobody's going to be manning phones, but you know what? That's what they were called when we were growing up. So don't forget to show up for both of those. All right.
Just call it a fundraiser.
Fundraiser, okay, fundraiser. Let's make it. All right, yeah. You with hair? I don't.
So yeah, if anybody's interested, I can contribute a Young Avengers #1. That's I would say it's at least a 9.
All right.
It's been read probably once and then stuck in a bag, and ever looked at again. And I also have in Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini autographed Volume 2 of Common America, who I can donate as well.
Yeah, I'll try to get a hold of Tim, see if they can throw something in, maybe even pop on and have a little chat. How you doing, Eric?
Well, I apologize for being late, but that was great therapy. I said this was not one of my better afternoons and evenings.
Yeah.
That's
You were monologuing a lot?
It was fun. I said I needed that, but I do apologize for. I mean, it's just X-Men readings. We should have known better.
Yeah, we reject the apology.
Yeah. This is something we set up specifically for you, dude. I mean,
yeah, I know. I almost broke off.
No. Hey, look, it's okay. I actually have work to do, so I was sitting here just doing work, and I'm watching Modern Family, and I just figured, okay, instead of being a whole half hour late, let's get on, show some big dogs, and you saw them today at the other one. Here we have the Lesters and the Authenticator.
I know.
What's up?
Not all that much.
Oh, and RDV jumped in as well. I mean, when Melissa and Amy jump in, you can hardly notice RDV and Dalton, right?
Well, I was here before.
I see.
Right. All right.
Trustee and Jay. Oh, there's Dragon.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I put up the poll. I'm enjoying doing this. So everybody, make sure you vote. Also, I pinned the link to Miranya's GoFundMe. Alrighty. On Sunday at 6:00, once again, we're gonna have a kind of like a fundraiser, kind of like one of the old telethons where we can come in, we can do whatever. We could do the covers, we can do readings, what ifs, whatever you want to do. Just chat about whatever, gossip. I don't care. But we're going to be trying to raise money for Miranya, and we're going to be raffling off books, and we've got quite a few. A lot of the big ones are thanks to the Lester sisters. So once again, don't forget to come in on Sunday, 6:00. Don't forget to show up tomorrow, of course, for the auction, because that's how I pay my bills. All right. That being said, tonight, this was not a voted on thing. This was, hey, I want to do this because I'm very curious about things. Like if you, I would love to get my hands on it, on any kind of facsimile or a reprint of Action Comics. I know I'll never have the real one as a possession. I have held one though before, but the reason being is, who else is in that book? That before I read it, that was a curious thing to me, because I knew they were an anthology book. So who followed the freaking Beatles, basically? It's like the Ed Sullivan Show had the Beatles on. Nobody wants to follow the Beatles. And so you have Superman appear in Action Comics #1. And it's like, but what are the other stories? Well, it was out.
Zatara, by the way.
Zatara, the guy who would become the Fighting Yank, and a lot of other good stories.
Well, if it's like the Ed Sullivan Show, probably someone juggling on a unicycle.
There you go. Yes. But I thought the same way about Detective Comics. There are 26 issues before we get to Batman nobody cares about. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we go through at least 13 of those? I halved them, and we're going to go through the first 13 and actually take a look at these covers. Maybe at some point I'll have to just turn them on and let's do a reading and let's actually find out what's in these things,
Right.
I've already read them, but they're really cool. But
we're doing the first 37 issues that no one gives a shit about.
The first 26 issues that no one cares about, except everybody would love to have, because they're worth some bank. So even if
the real star shows up at issue 38.
Yes, of course. No. The real star is Tim Drake, and I've got the first appearance tomorrow in the auction. So,
Hey.
All righty. That being said,
The show, it starts 6 p.m. Is that Eastern Standard Time, or is
Yeah,
that...
it's our time. There is
Oh,
no other time but our time. Yes. Okay.
Oh, are you still on Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah.
I know
yeah.
Indiana's right smack in the middle,
Oh,
so I didn't know. If
I
you,
am
switched
this
over.
far away from being an hour behind you. That's
Oh,
yeah, so
wow.
weird. Yeah.
E
Alrighty,
is on
so-
Eastern Standard Time, and Breen is on borrowed time.
Alrighty, and that
We're
being
all on
said,
borrowed time at the end of the day.
that being said, kids,
Should we not have the scroller going through with the link as well?
no. As a matter of fact, I need to take. We've got it pinned in the comments.
Chat too. It's in the description.
Yeah, this is all about seeing the art of of the comic book covers and all that. And I'm not meaning any disrespect. I did a big thing about show up on 6, but what we're doing today, we're going to start with Evil Black Cat. Since he's right there, we're just going to go on down the line as far as starters are concerned. Here we go, guys. And remember, everyone can... Oh, okay, we got another. Wow, we are a big show. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, there are some of you I'm going to ask, what's your rank? And then there's somebody I'm going to ask, what do you think? All right? I mean, no disrespect. If there's something you feel passionate about, okay, just toss in maybe one line. But if I ask you what's your rank, because there's so many people on the panel.
Dalton, you get one word.
Yeah, I probably should just leave now. It's better that
No,
way.
please don't. Please. No, he was serious. No, I did. Oh man, I don't want to chase anybody away. The more
Nah, he
rodents,
knows
the
he
better.
pontificates and goes on long rants, which...
Yeah. But I meant that for everybody because we talked about this before. I didn't mean to chase Dalton
He just
away.
Harry Callahan himself.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No. I feel so bad. Dalton's my boy, man.
Playing the joke.
He's your son.
Yeah. Dalton, come on back, man. Come on back. Or at least be a part of the conversation in the chat if you're going there. Wow, I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so guilty. I didn't mean it like that. We talked about this. Okay, so anyway, let's shift to your left just a little pixel.
To my left. Oh.
Why?
A little farther.
A little bit more.
A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. There we go. All right. Yes. Perfect. Yes. All righty. Evil Black Cat, get us started. It is one of the most simple but striking covers of all time.
Whoa.
Detective Comics #1.
Wow.
Oh.
And everybody gets a vote and a say. If you do write in your opinion in the chat, I will read it. Dalton, please put your chat in. Okay. What do you say?
I give this 6. Not much to talk about. It's just Ashy Tim Lin.
Dear Lord. Okay. You know what? One time. All righty, LK. What do you say?
I mean, there's not really much here. I'm going 5.
Dear Lord. Okay.
Well, hopefully it gets better from here.
All right, Eric.
I'm going 9. 1937.
Okay. All right, RDV, what do you guys
Was
say
it a
about
good year
this?
for you?
He's gone for a minute.
Okay. Melissa?
I mean, I kind of a 5. I mean,
Yeah.
5, yeah. It's just that it is a drawing. It's kind of it's amazing just how modest one of the most enduring legacies of comic books started. I'm glad to have seen it, but it is, especially compared to the masterpieces that come later, kind of meek.
Okay.
Kind of meek.
All right. What do you give it?
The number?
I
Yeah.
gotta say 5.
Oh, okie dokie. Okay. How about you, Amy?
8.
All righty.
I'm actually gonna I'm a big fan of actual Fu Manchu and all that, but this isn't that great for me. For a cover, it's not very intriguing for me. Like maybe a 4. I think 4.
Dear Lord. Okay. Oh. Sorry, guys. I forgot to. Here we go. First of all, I forgot to share out the thing, and let's talk about, because I got inspired by what you guys did with the artists last time, and since he gave it a 4, which is bad, I decided to go with the artists again. We've got 1 which is painful, Rosmo. 2 which is awful, Henderson. 3 is very bad, like Canetti. 4 bad like Canonis. Bland like Land is 5. Forgettable Friends is 6. Solid Swan is 7, which is good. 8 very good burn. 9 is awesome Garcia Lopez, and 10 is awesome Torres. I put it.
Is that Eric Canetti?
Yeah.
I know him.
Oh yeah. Have you seen Spider-Man?
But
Yeah, but
I'm just like an ethereal.
I knew I was going to piss somebody off with that. I knew putting in the artists. I knew I was going to piss somebody off like that about something. But dude, I've got
there's tons of artists that you could put in there instead of Eric Canetti.
And he's got a cool first name.
No bias at all.
no.
Change it to, who's the guy that did
Oh,
the
dear
art
Lord.
on the new Avengers again?
Say again.
Who's the guy that did the art on new Avengers?
I don't know.
What about Ramon Villalobos?
Yes.
I thought I had him up there.
No,
No.
Villalobos
No.
might
Better
be
not
a
have him
jack.
up there if you're going higher than 3.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
My score.
Villalobos might be a
Oh,
jack.
dear
but his
Lord.
art isn't bad.
Dear Lord. I actually looked it up. Ay vey. Alrighty. Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi back.
Bitcoin.
Are you drinking
Okay.
Bud Light? I hope not.
No, it's called Dragon's Milk.
Okay, good.
There we go.
11% beer. So
Okay, so let's get back to why we're here, kids. Gee, I knew I was going to piss somebody off if I put names up there.
Yeah. Also,
Alrighty,
Pixel
so,
isn't manly enough for Bud Light.
Pixel gave it a 4 RDV. What you got?
I give it a 4 too.
Dear Lord.
wow.
Okay.
Is this supposed to be the comic books or the DC animated universe?
Well, it's 1937, kids.
I know.
All right, let's hear some actual an
Well,
actual intelligent person talk about. I'm gonna
Well,
chime in
first
here.
of all, I have no idea who the hell this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be Ming from Flash Gordon?
It's Jim Lim, who's very ashy right now.
Right.
Okay, you've got this is the case of one very simple but very striking color: the orange background, the yellow Detective Comics. You've got this white-eyed gray Asian fella looking incredibly evil. The colors pop up against that background. I think this is you not especially today because of course racism, but you will not pass that cover by. That is an amazing cover, and I'm sorry, I'm giving that a 10. That is absolutely one of the that is exactly what comic covers are supposed to do. It's supposed to get your attention, and that book would exactly do that.
It gets your attention, sure, but you're not going to put it up on your wall.
If I had that, of course I would. If I had the facsimile, but if I had the facsimile, I would do that as even.
The only thing appealing to this is the 1937 age and the 10 cents to me.
Alrighty. Okay. First, before we move on, thank you very much for the $1.99 super chat. Pixel drinking dragon's milk. Milk, water, eggplant, I'm dead.
Basically, dragon's dick milk. That's what he's trying to say.
I'm drinking dragon's cum, but no, I'm not. So let's move on.
Okay. Going to the chat, we have Fu Manchu, not racist. Trusty, let's see. Okay, you're starting out with a racist cover. No, it isn't. It's just a cover. It's how you take it that's racist. I'm sorry. If you see an Asian man on the cover, you think they can't be there. That's on you, man. That's on you.
If it was racist,
But Rhaegar is saying 10.
Let's be fair. Like Fu Manchu, like if you're going to go ahead and lean into that, why make him gray of all things? Why wouldn't you make him yellow? Like
that would just contrast with the orange background. That does.
And
In color, says Jackson Ray Kirk, and gives it an 8.
I'm just saying, Pixel, because with the age you're in, they weren't shy to be racist back then.
Ethereal Dragon says boring, no background, and gives it a 5. Detective Comics 1. Wow, this is part of the times. Oriental mysticism or a takeoff on Charlie Chan detective. Colors very intense. Art good. Score 6. And then we have Where's Kane? Says Jackson Rickard. We don't buy new Marvel comics, so that's why no one knows. Yep, there you go.
Pixel, does he look like he stepped out of a Simpsons?
And Rhaegar saying that should go in the center of my living room wall in the house. If I even with a facsimile, I would do that. Let's see. One Slick says 9. This cover makes me want to know what the story is. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Somebody with a reason. And LK put up the stop. This is what we got here. We got 2 4s and 2 10s canceling each other out. 3 5s, 2 9s, 1 8. That goes when we got 6, bringing down the 1 8 here, and it stops at a 7. All righty. Thankfully.
I can't follow your math, man.
Because I'm not doing math. Math would be boring, and math leads to lacks of 10s because if there's just one number below 10, there is no 10. So that's why I do it this way. If you guys wonder, because I saw and heard you guys doing the math, sure, but that's actually the reason why I do it.
Yours is like the redneck. Just give me beer. I'm good.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it. It's the what's my line of math scoring, basically. All right, so let's see. Let's pop this one down, and let's go to issue number 2. And we're starting off with LK.
Why is he get to be yellow now?
Wow.
Yeah, he's yellow.
Yeah,
Why didn't you pixel fingers? That's a good question.
Why do you think all the Asian people have to be yellow? What do you think, LK?
Well, I'm gonna just assume they used the yellow just to try and pop the cover. 4.
All right. How about you, Eric?
I gotta agree with LK. Zach just texted me and said the background's a 10. but the rest of it is kind of bland, even for 1937.
Okay. RDV.
3.
3. Okay. Wow, that's very bad. All righty. Oh, whoops. Wait, you said 4, right? LK?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. All right, we got a 3 from RDV. Amy.
Wow. How new was color printing back then? Was this like the Wizard of Oz was?
It got its name 4 Color Comics because they only used 4 colors to mix and match and do what they needed to do. It was there. It was just primitive.
Okay. Huh. There's a lot that doesn't work here, but I can't say it's not striking. What's a 7?
7 is good. Not very good, just good. It's solid.
Yeah, I mean, it has problems, but it's a bit striking too. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. I think I'll go with that.
Okie dokie. I'll put you down, Amy. Melissa, what do you think?
In what issue does Batman show up?
I have to admit, it's like I think I actually preferred the appearance of the first cover.
Yeah, that was cool. It looked like the animation from the era, which is kind of what I liked about it. This looks like almost like a European, like the Monty Python animations that they would do later. It kind of makes me think of that.
Yeah.
No. Okay, what do you say, Melissa?
I think I'll the faces. Okay, the faces. There's some like foreshortening issues that kind of distract a bit, but the inking's good. I think I'll go with 5 again. Yeah.
Okay, 5. All righty. Pixel, what do you say?
So I think I think actually Melissa is right about the inking. It's really good. I think it is slightly more detailed with the with shadows. I think it's more of a 5. It's still not great, but there's to the cover, like those hands are incredibly detailed and they stick out. No one's surprised about me talking about the pixel figures.
Alrighty. So 5. I agree with you. I'm looking at it, and the beady eyes, the whiskers and such, they've got some good detail there. The size of the cop versus the robber, and how short are his arms, in all honesty. I'm going to go 5 on this one as well. Not for the lack of background. I actually think that doesn't hurt because it makes the central figures pop a little bit more. It's just that the size differences, the what do you call it, perspective just seems to be off a little bit for me.
Is he 12 going on 40?
Yeah, exactly. Ethereal is saying nope, this is Rosmo level art, and he's giving it a 1. Detective Morandia says Detective Comics number 2. Striking crime cover, police officer either very pale or wearing white gloves. Criminal is very jaundiced, score an 8. Alrighty, and then we've got oh no, Amy is low-key roasting it. That's how you know it's bad, says Rhaegar. Despite it being yellow, I thought he was Scottish, says Jackson Raykirk, giving it a 5. The 4-color process for yellow, cyan, and black ink. Say again?
Let's just say, so you don't miss it, both Ethereal Dragon and Rhaegar give it a 1.
I did want to go ahead and say that the yellow of the man did remind me of Sin City, the man in yellow, the yellow man.
Okay, Yellow Bastard. Yeah.
Yellow Bastard.
And one slick dude says, supposed to represent the long arm of the law nabbing the criminal, but not one that draws you in. He gives it a 6. This is not good, kids. We got 2 1s crushing the 8 and 7. Then we've got a 3 crushing that 6. We've got 2 taking down the 5s, and it ends up being
and
3
you get a 4 from the cat, even though you didn't ask.
Then why did you say anything? Because obviously. Okay, so let's do that again. 2 taking down the 8 and 7. The 3 is taking down the 6, and then we've got 3 4s versus 4 5s. I think it holds on to that 5, but barely, just barely. Alrighty. Here he is. Bum, bum, bum. Land like land. Yeah, Greg Land. Which, by the way, I do think that about his art. All right, let's pop this one down and get to issue number 3. And leading us off this time, Eric Breen. What do you have to say?
This one I'm going to give it 10.
Okay, and please tell us why.
Well,
tell me more.
You got the purple-ish looking criminal escaping. They put the spotlight on him. He breaks into Mammy.
Okay, all righty. I dig that. Oh, what was that? The airplane where he's walking down the wall. The Love Boat. That was Airplane 2, by the way. Yes. All righty. Who started? Melissa, what do you think?
This one's a lot better. The shading and the man's proportions are good. Are good. He's well constructed. It's a dynamic pose, strong expressions of the hands and the lighting and everything. This is my favorite. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll go 7 on this one.
All right. We got a 7 for Melissa. What about the other sister?
Oof. It's interesting. For some reason it doesn't seem as striking to me in some ways. I guess that's kind of a funny thing to say. Purple's a nice color. What was 6?
6 is Forgettable Friends. He's actually a decent artist. It's just nobody ever remembers his run on like Spider-Man and stuff.
And Friends. Just call that.
And friends.
and friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go with this. I guess I'll go with the 6. I think the. Oh, well, I don't need to ramble on. Sorry.
Okay.
So you give it and friends.
And friends, yes. Alrighty, Professor Pixel, what do you say? What do you got?
I think I might agree. Actually, I think it might be a 6 because I like the detailing of the background in purple. That's fine, but when you get behind this prisoner, it's detailed, but they forget the wall, which that's hard to forget. But it's still very good. I think there's something about it that's striking that you'll notice. Like, you know what? I might check this out. I think that's a good number for it. 6.
All righty. Evil Black Cat.
I'm giving this a 5.
All righty. LK.
It's for me at least. It's the best of the 3, but not much better. I'm going to go with 6.
Okie dokie. Pixel, one more time with your number.
6.
6.
And friends.
Right. And friends. Alrighty, and we started with who started that? Eric started that one, so it's my turn. This is kind of a predecessor to that famous Batman and Robin, which also forgot the wall and just had the big yellow spotlight. So that doesn't bother me because the shadow behind him looks pretty awesome. I do wonder what is coloring his shadow or outlining his shadow red. What about him is making that happen? Otherwise, you got that striking purple with the yellow. For some reason, they decided he needs to be purple. So that's kind of odd. It might have just been a printing error. But for some reason, also, there's one blue brick. And more than the story of the escaping criminal, I want to know the story of that one blue brick. Its journey, its journey must have been incredible. No, but still, I do like this cover. I think it's pretty good, but I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's solid. All right, let's get to the chat where we've got.
I'll just quickly say mine.
Oh, RDV, please. If I missed somebody else, sorry, dude.
Also, did even Black Cat go on? No,
yeah, this time he did. I skipped you. Sorry.
All right. I'll give it a 5. It is just weird. I like the purple outlining there, but I mean, like, he should be purple himself. And I'd love a dialogue box.
All right. All right. You know what? I would love one if it went the Love Boat. All right. Let's see. We got Man on the Run. Give him an 8, says Jackson. All righty. And let's see. Ethereal says 5. And we have Rhaegar. This gets a 2. Also, your title to the stream says Detective. God damn it, Dick.
This looks like a Nintendo palette, doesn't it?
Detective Comics.
Detective Comics. Of course it does, because I can never get the fucking title right on these things. All righty. The stream must be okay, so it's not letting me change it, so I'll have to do it after. Okay. Let's see. Boom.
It's changed.
2 because it's boring. 7 from One Slick Dude. The classic cot and the escape cover, good cover colors, but should have had a wall detail where the light shines, says One Slick, giving it a 7. It's my toe. All right. And then we have Maranya saying Detective Comics 3, spotlight on the criminal, adds drama along with a deep shadow. Colors work well together. Prisoner missing his number. Reminds me of Batman 66. That was the the opening credits. The movie. Score a solid 10 from Maranya.
This is big among the over 60 crowd.
I guess so. He's going shopping. Chrononauts shopping at Walmart, but still has time to give this a 9. Thanks, sir. Detective the Halls. That's the plan. All righty. Let's see. We got 2 10s bringing up, getting that one. Okay, so we got 3 5s. That's 2 10s, the 9. The 3 6s goes. So this is brought down to a 7 already. And boom, here he is. Here he is to save the day.
Here he is, Mr. Universe.
All right, and then we've got issue number 4, and we're starting with RDV, the real Dr. Venkman, ladies and gentlemen.
Now that's quite improvement than all the other ones. That's closer to about an 8 for me. I like looking into the glass there. I love the kind of like smug, gangster, even though he's supposed to be a cop, I guess, but he's got that look. Yeah, I would give it a 10, but there's no Batman on these two.
There won't be for the next 20 issues, dude. Seriously,
That's why I'll never.
The whole point of these is that we're doing the ones without Batman on it. Okay, Melissa, what do you have to say about this one?
Wow, this is definitely the most dynamic and I think like the printing and the coloring definitely shows a lot of innovation, especially when you have the context of the technology at the time, and it's a very intense, exciting cover. It's like I love detectives and stories with the trench coats and the fedoras and all that. That's really solid. I'm going to go and put that in the 9.
All righty. How about you, Amy?
Yeah. Given the era it came from and its place in the timeline, and that it's such a big jump from the others, I think I'd give that a 9 too.
Okay. Professor.
I was leaning more towards 8, but girls actually convinced me. Yeah, this is compared to everything we've seen, this is the best cover we've had so far. It's a 9.
Okay.
Welcome to the rest of your life.
Yeah. Evil Black Cat.
I'll give this 7.
All right. LK.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with the panel. Best cover so far. I'll move up to an 8.
All righty. And RDV. Oh, wait, no, we started with you. So here's the thing. When we were showing off the war covers, we mentioned how, well, this cover tells a story. This is a cop who's investigating something, and somebody took a shot at him. Maybe it was threw something at it or something, but he was in there. Somebody took a shot, and he's responding. That's what I'm seeing here. I love the fact that all of the glass, if you focus on the glass, it's all pointing inward as if it's coming to stab at him, like it's coming to get him. Those criminals want him dead. But if you look from his perspective, what you see is all the darkness, and it's going outward. And it's telling him that no matter what they throw at him, he's going to take them down. There's a story told here just with the colors and the art itself. This is a flat out 10, ladies and gentlemen.
What if he's outside looking in?
No, that's inside.
Like the bird?
All right. Let's see. We've got 10 for 10. That's a cool cover, says MK. Looks like it could be a comic or a movie poster on us. Well, it is a comic cover. But, yep, there you go. A 10 for 10 from MK. Chrononaut says this one gets a 10. Ethereal Dragon says 7. Jackson, my first 10 in this series of rankings. And then we have Marania, Detective Comics 4, another dramatic cover that tells a story. Broken window frames caught perfectly. Who's looking at the reader? More like this, please. Give it a 10. All righty, 9. While the detail is great and the good color choice, the only thing keeping me from giving this a 10 is the shattered glass would make sense with his gun. More sense with his gun was ported out like he had shot it. I think, like I said, it was crash jam, but okay, 9 from One Slick. All righty. And then we have, man, y'all are giving those some high scores. 5, moderately interesting. Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you, Mr. Rhaegar. Eric says, 10, thanks for asking. Yeah, you could have spoken up like everybody else. I thought I got you, man. Sorry. All right. There you go. Apparently, I can't handle this many people on the page. But Dalton was right. I was going to miss somebody. What if it's just a wall with no roof on either side of a window? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's good enough to be either a comic or a movie poster with the artistic direction. There we go. And LK got the stop. We have a 5. We've got 2 7s. And then we've got 2 8s. And that doesn't even break down the 10s. But we do have more 9s because we got 4 9s. And that's where this cover is going to go, into the 9 category. Alrighty, which is Garcia Lopez, which I'm sure you agree, Eric, at least Garcia Lopez deserves.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Who did you put for 10? I forgot.
Lopez, Perez.
Okay.
Yeah, George Perez. Got to go with him for 10.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's see who's starting this one. Melissa.
Okay.
Wait,
All right,
The kind of the watercolor painterly effect in this one is really fun. This is my favorite so far. I just felt like the dark black, the thick black outline, and the painterly textures on the skin and the folds of fabric, like on the pugilist, the red pugilist, the pugilist in the red shirt. I'm like, this one is really cool. I think I'm gonna give this one a 10. This is seriously enjoyable.
All right, Amy.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say the same. Plus, I love that. I'm pretty sure it's the same police officer from the previous book, and we get to find out more about his adventure. So this is really exciting.
Your
All
favorite,
right.
that last window above.
Mm-hmm.
What do you give that? What's your number?
A 10.
10. All righty, Pixel.
I'm actually going to agree with them again, 10, because this has so much more to it.
Yeah.
It's the most startling cover, but it's the thick outline helps, and I think that just the action of it, it's the best cover we've had so far.
I see what's going on here. Melissa, Amy, does either one of you want to date Professor Pitzel?
I am taken.
He is.
Say
Yes.
again.
Quite the sweetheart.
He's also way too young. They don't date 12-year-olds.
Right.
There's a pixel finger for you, baby.
There you go. Good job. Good job. All righty. We got a 10 from Pixel. Black Cat, what do you say?
I say it's about a 7.
All right.
Yeah, that looks like old man Budo getting punched by not Popeye. And yeah, it looks intriguing enough, but not intriguing enough.
All right. Okay, what do you say?
Well, I'm mad that Evil Black Cat stole my joke. But this is the best one I've seen so far, so a 9.
Okay. Irk?
I'm going 10. The dude is running somewhere, and he's still, he's like he knocks that guy out without breaking stride.
That's right.
There you go. Now we know what really happened. Okay, RDV, what you got?
Well, the reason that he's running because he's Kurt Angle. Look at that face. I give it a 10. It's true.
Okay.
It's damn true.
Okay,
All right.
and apparently this is supposed to be Slam Brady.
And he is literally slamming into somebody.
Yeah.
But I was thinking the same thing about the Popeye, but it looks like Dick Tracy versus Popeye to me. I do like the way they're doing the shadows. Most of the knife really kind of struck me because the hilt gets its same thick shadow that the guys do, as a matter of fact. This is one of those that I think it was well thought out. Like somebody was drawing it, they were like, oh, people are going to love this. It is really nice. I don't know if I give it a 10, but I am going to give it a 9.
Yeah.
All right, and let's see what the kids in the Peanut Gallery are saying. We got Chrono Knot with a 6, and Ethereal Dragon with a 7. And then we have DC was trying to jump on the Dick Tracy craze already, and that is a 9 from Jackson Raykirk. And Maranya is saying Detective Comics 5, like the poses, however, they really should have made the background black behind the figures instead of an outline. Score maybe an 8 being generous. Okay. Damn, Pixel touching the ceiling with that thing. I hope you're meaning the finger and he didn't just drop his pants. Let's see. I'll go 8. Cool cover. What? Say again.
Ceiling?
Yes. I'll go 8, says MK. Cool cover, but the punch angle looks a little weird, and it kind of looks like the bad guy is pooping out the knife. It does a little bit, right? Okay, so that's an 8 from MK. Alrighty, and One Slick says action looks like cut and paste. It really doesn't need the shadow details. He still gives it an 8. Let's see. Pixel's finger can actually touch the sky. Not this guy, the sky. Okay. So we have one
dancing on the ceiling.
We have 5 10s, but we got 1 6 and 2 7s, and we've got 3 8s. So that's bringing it into the 9 there. And then we lose one of the 9s, but we still have 2, and that makes this jump up to the 9s. It is dressed to the 9s.
There you
It's
go.
dressed to impress.
There we go. Once again, awesome. Like, what happened to it? Where'd it go? There it is. Here we go. Zoinks and away. Yikes and away. All right, issue. Wait a second. Where's 6? Okay, let's. No, move it up. There we go. Issue number 6, and I believe it's Amy's turn.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
This is interesting. 7.
Okay. Pixel. Oh wait, Melissa. No, Pixel.
Okay. I really like this cover, actually. Like,
Nice.
I get it. It doesn't make a lot of sense with the figure going ahead and trying to shadow him, but while trying to shadow him, there's no shading on him at all. He stands out within the shadow. But I really like a lot about this cover. Like, this is the most interesting one we have. But that being said, that detail I mentioned is going to make this a 9 instead of a 10.
Even though it's a dark shadow?
A dark shadow, a Dan Curtis production. Yes.
All righty.
Want that.
Evil Black Cat.
I'll give this a 5.
Okay.
Mostly because, like, the shading on his face, maybe it's a scan thing, but it looks like he has this really white Hulk Hogan-like mustache.
Okay, you're right. It does. All righty. How about you, LK? What do you think?
I get what they're trying to go here, but this is a downgrade from the last couple covers. I'm going 7.
All right. Okay, and Eric.
Well, you know, brother. I'm going to give us an 8. Yeah, one look at the shadow, and you can tell he's firing at Pixel. Look at that finger.
Another one for you. How about that?
See?
All righty.
Is that your pointer finger or middle finger? I can't tell.
Middle.
Wow.
Okay, Bankman, what do you got? What do you think?
Well, at first I thought he was shooting a damn dirty ape, but then I realized it's Pixel. He's the missing link. I mean, the shading really just drops it down to a 5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty, Amy.
Still the same. So, Lissa, did you want to? Oh, I had a 7. You mean Lissa, right?
Yeah. There's something about the shadow that makes me think of a specific Scooby-Doo villain.
I can see that.
Oh yeah, that big guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll go 8. Yeah.
All righty. I'm looking at this. I agree with her, but the shadow on the wall, it's almost like it's the light is projecting it over here, yet he's brightly lit. It's an interesting picture. It's like that Christmas picture where everybody's looking at the bird. And when you first see it, it's like, oh, wow, that looks really cool. But when you start going through the details, it tends to fall apart as it goes. I'm going to give this one a 6.
That bird died.
Yeah, probably. Exposure. Hey, look, it's about to die. Yeah.
Wait till next winter.
I really think that the big fix here would be to go ahead and the light that's going ahead and shadowing on top of the main figure, the detective.
Mhm.
If the wall was that color, this would be a perfect cover.
Well,
I think here's what I would do. I would almost black out, like you would see barely the figure of the like his right side, except for the flash of the muzzle of the gun.
This is what I feel.
That would show that.
just likes that idea.
I would
That
shrink.
yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'd shrink down the shadow, move him over to the right, and actually have what it looks like a person or whatever, the back of him, instead of trying to do the shadow.
Okay, let's see. We have Jackson Raykirk saying first ray gun on the cover, but confusing shadow. It gets a 6. Maranya is saying Detective Comics 6, what 5 should have been and wasn't. Very cinematic, dramatic cover with a deep shadow behind the hero. Give me more of this, please. A solid 10.
Nice.
All righty. Let's see. Number 6 or A6. Is this guy with the gun a cop or the bad guy? Is he shooting someone? What's shadow hands? With the shadow hands up and empty is what one slick dude said. And then MK is saying 7 for me. Eerie looking cover, very noir looking. Also, that shadow reminds me of Grundy's shape, kind of like, which is sort of the Scooby-Doo villain that you're talking about. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening in, feel free to vote.
Wait, the Scooby-Doo villain as in the Creeper?
Put your number in.
Velma.
Put your number in. Every vote counts.
And
everybody's welcome. Also, don't forget to vote on the poll for Tuesdays. We're going to be doing Jonah Hex on Weird Western Tales. On Sunday, we got Spider-Man or Spider-Woman on Monday, and you guys are deciding for us what we're going to be doing on Tuesday. Wednesday is set. There's a facsimile of Mad Magazine #1 coming out on Wednesday. So we're going to be doing the first 12 or 13 issues of Mad Magazine before it became a magazine. All righty. Let's see. We also have Ethereal Dragon. Oh, but Rhaegar put in his 2 cents. It looks like his back is against the wall and there's nowhere to go, and he's being assailed by Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. I'd give it an 8. Let's see. Chrononaut says 7. Not a ray gun dragon, but it looks like a beam instead of a bullet. All righty. Then we got 7 from Chrononaut. All right. We get stop. And why is the main character left arm in that position? Because it's against the wall. All righty. Let me drop this one. And what we got 2 5s canceling out that 10 and 9. We've got 3 6s canceling out those 3 8s. And then it's all 7 from there. All righty. Boom, boom. Okay, and I believe it's Pixel's turn to start us off, right?
Okay. Show me the cover.
That is issue number 7. Hold on, before you start, give me just a sec. It's getting cold.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to heat it up now, so I have to go ahead and make this stretch out twice as long.
Is
so.
it getting
cold?
Wait, I gotta
I was going to ask you, can you palm a basketball yet?
If you knew what one
on
was.
my hand, according to most people.
I gotta ask.
All right, sir.
I gotta ask E, what was the temperature outside?
72.
It's 62 right here. That's cold.
No, 72. It's freaking freezing in here.
You're gonna die.
No, it's 61, which is probably still not cold to you, but it's actually I'm like, I've got bumps and all that kind of stuff.
I would kill for it to be 61 right now. We need.
That's the only thing keeping me sane is today it was a balmy like 81 degrees, and I kept seeing 95 in Florida. I'm like, okay, well at least I'm gonna hate it in wintertime, but for now I'm not hating it.
Enjoy it now.
Yeah.
So
all right, go ahead, Pixel. What do you have to say?
I would change that guy that's laying on the floor. I would change his coat to go ahead and match the title background color, which is blue, to make it just stand out a little more. I think this is more of an 8, really. Like there's a lot of good about it, but it's not sticking out to me. It's not something special.
All right.
Yeah. 8.
You have a black cat?
It's a 9 for me.
Okay.
Like that guy, other guy shooting with Tommy gun. Like they're in a firefight. Tells a simple story. I'll go with an 8.
Alrighty.
The only thing dragging it back is as Longfinger John said, the color of that jacket matches the color of the ground too much.
What do you say, LK?
Well, comparing it to the other covers we've seen so far, yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.
Alrighty. Eric?
And if you had 59, oh, I'm sorry, I heard firefight. It's a 9 for me.
Alrighty. RDV.
Really need to change the background of that whatever in the brown and then change his shirt to yellow and put up. And obviously the guy is brittle with bullets. Put a little red on the yellow shirt, so it looks like he's dead. That's what he is.
Yeah, it's pre-code. By God, they could do that. Yeah,
I know, right?
Yep.
I gotta give it a 9 for that grin, that Joe Namath looking mug. Then he's got the Tommy gun. That's ridiculously oversized drum. That dude just killing everybody. That's Punisher before code.
Okay, I take it you mean pre-panty Joe Namath. Melissa, what do you think?
Well,
I was very impressed by the character design. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning toward 9 myself.
Alrighty. Amy?
I think an 8.
Okie dokie.
Maybe it's because I'm tired, but I'm kind of like.
Alrighty. Let's see. I agree with everybody. The guy on the ground just kind of blends, but the striking figure is the one with the Tommy gun, and it's pretty darn good with the yellow, the gray, the wood in the background. They managed to put something to it. I like the smoke. I guess he's firing into the wind because as he's firing, the smoke is blowing back at him. I'm going to give this one 8. Alrighty, going to the chat.
And I'm giving that guy bonus points for wearing a vest coat.
Alrighty. 9, classic gun cell cover. Detail is good, but too much red, says One Slick. Alrighty. And then we have, look at the grim determination on his face, says Rakert. That gets a 9. 7 from Ethereal. And then we have 10 for me. Badass pose. Guy looks mean. The dead guy adds dread. He has that Terminator cold expression. Rhaegar saying 7, gun smoke and death, but Tommy guns are terrible and dysfunctional weapons to use. Now. Okay. It's not a real gun, right? They could have it blow out bubbles if they wanted to. Alrighty, so Chrononaut says a 9 as well. Alrighty, and do we have everybody? We got One Slick. We're waiting for. Oh nope, I had to scroll down. Detective Comics number 7. This feels like a still from a gangster movie. Colors are okay, says Maranya. More contrast needed on a dead guy. Still, the drama and story quotient pushes this to a 10. More like this, please. Alrighty, and 58 Fahrenheit here, waiting for global warming to kick in. Yeah. Alrighty, so we have 2 7s kicking out those 2 10s, and then we have 3 8s beating the 3 9s, leaving 5 9s. And while we haven't had a 10 yet, we do have those 9s. Alrighty.
Go ahead and say what Rhaegar means to say is hokey smokes.
Hokey smokes?
Hokey smokes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And let's see. We are now... it's my turn to start. All right, what do I get to talk about? Another freaking Asian guy. Okay. All right, so there's actually obviously more detail than the first Asian guy. He's wearing the little bell cap. We got colors coming off the gems below. I like the fact that they start off yellow and it kind of goes through the rainbow. This is before the rainbow was hijacked from us. Wow, the face kind of stands out, but there's detail. There's more detail in the hands than there is the face. I'm thinking this is pretty solid. I think this is a pretty solid cover. I'm going to give it an 8.
Yeah, you
can
can actually tell he's Asian now.
There you go. What do you think, Evil Black Cat? Oh, did he step away? All right. What do you think, LK? We'll get to him.
Oh, I mean, definitely more interesting than the first Fu Manchu cover. I'm going to give it an 8.
All righty. And Eric?
Just so you know, speaking of rainbows, at 7 minutes and counting on the East Coast, I will give this an 8.
Okay. And then we have RDV.
I like that Joe Biden actually found something that he actually likes. It's shiny. He can focus on. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to give it an 8 as well.
This is way too young.
Or is he a Catholic? Or is he a Catholic priest? It's hard to tell.
All righty. Melissa.
I'm enjoying the kind of the variation, the inking and coloring work that's in here versus the other covers. Dynamic lighting. I'm going to give it an 8 too.
All righty. Amy.
Yeah, okay. 8's good.
I'll go along with everybody else. It's fine. What do you think, Professor?
I'm actually going to go lower. I think it's a 7.
Okay.
I like that finally the hat goes ahead and it like puts itself in front of the cover, the title of Detective Cmics. I like that.
Yeah.
But I like his face. It's shadowed, definitely shadowed, but I don't think it's well shadowed. I think the fingers on the right hand is fine, but on the left hand, they're far too square for every single digit. Like it doesn't make any. It's not good enough.
Okay.
Even with the colors, I think that this is more of 7.
All righty. Let's see. Happy Asian Thief being a villain back when DV wasn't afraid to make minorities. Let's see. Maranya saying Detective Cmics number 8, another ripped from the gangster movie cover. Lighting evokes drama. The mysterious gems, solid 8. Alrighty. And MK says, looks like a Chinese sorcerer who found an ancient artifact. I'll say 8.
Oh,
and then we
Chinese
have
secrets.
Jackson Raykirk says 8.
Ancient Chinese secret.
And we have Chrononaut agreeing with LK or Pixel at a 7. Let's see. Happy Asian villain being at their back when DC was less politically correct. Also, it looks like he opened the Holy Grail at a 10. You'll never see a cover like this again. All righty. LOL, the way Amy said that, it was hilarious. Like someone asked her, if you say 8, I'll give you a cookie. Okay, so it's good. One Slick says, supposed to be Asian, but barely looks it. Light source makes no sense. They should have had something like a candle for light for the gems to reflect it. All right.
I also want to just go ahead and say I agree with One Slick. Like Fu Manchu, the gray Fu Manchu, obviously looked like he was supposed to be a stereotypical Asian bad guy from the 30s. But this, I can't tell that he's Asian. It just looks like that gem is glowing gold.
Okay. And let's see. Ray Kirk is saying the next scene is when his face starts to melt off. So there you go. Dogman 13 has been announced. I don't know exactly what that is, but no, he is clearly very Asian. Okay, there we go. All righty, let's see what we got here. It's an 8. It's an 8. There are so many 8s. It gets an 8.
But
All
I
right,
give it a 6.
Did I forget you again?
No, I had to step away to.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
go
Okay.
to the litter box.
All right. That does it. There's 10 8s against
That's
4
gross.
of anything else. Yeah.
Hope you buried it.
All righty.
No, it was the liquid type.
Did you bury your toilet? We give it a very good burn. All righty, and let's move on to it is Evil Black Cat's turn again to start us off. Holy crap. All right.
Dead guy in the water guy waiting in the water. There's a police guy. Zub, 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 zub. I'll give it a 8.
Okie dokie. LK.
I mean, there's some action here, but it seems a little rushed or sketched. I'm giving it a 7.
All right. Eric.
I'm giving the cover a 10, not necessarily for the individuals in the drawing. I love the cityscape behind it.
Okay.
Background.
All right, RDV.
Well, we got a guy who's either drowned and he's dragging the corpse with him because he always gets his man. But I like the water, cityscape, even the detail on the dock because he's below the dock, walking in the rope. I get a 9.
All righty. How about you, Melissa?
Okay. This is one of the more painterly covers I've seen. I think I'll give it an 8.
Okay. Amy.
Hey, I feel like this might be the first one we've seen that has like a wholly rendered background. Like there's the dock elements and there's the far, like the cityscape and the water. Well, that kind of stands out to me, so I think I'll give that one a 10.
All righty. Professor.
8. It's a little bit better in some ways. I feel like because of how detailed compared to most of our covers today that this one is, that the main detective's face just looks really weird. Like, ooh, is his face. But that being said, a full background, it feels like an actual scene. I think it's an 8, yeah.
All right. And yeah, I give it that. I got to give this one a 10. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, okay. I do like, I don't mind the way the cop looks, the dead guy floating in the water. I'm not bothered, but I would have liked to have seen a bit more of a wave, like he was bothering the water. You see a little ripple, but it should actually be kind of like he's pushing it forward. The background, the dock, the rope, the cityscape, everything just really comes together. That's a very striking cover. I like that. That is a 10 for me. Oh, Kadokes.
That's gonna feel uncomfortable in the water with clothes on.
Yeah, the socks are gonna suck when you get out.
Oh, I know, right? Just skish all the way to the station.
Chrononaut says 8, and so does Ethereal Dragon and Jackson Raykirk. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's see. I'll go 8. Cool cover, nice backgrounds. Looks like Ken, if he had a gun, is that guy praying or dead? All righty, and that was MK Chrononaut. Why not a 9? Because 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Maranya is saying Detective Comics 9. Well done. All around colors. Great. Dynamic story being told. Ripped from a noir film, but colorized. Score a solid 10. Okie dokies. Colorized film noir. Nice, Maranya, says Jackson. Dead man face down lake. Stoic detective forging onward with a grimace, searching methodically for the killer. Very hardcore cop drama-esque 10. Okie dokie. And I don't think I would have handed out another 10 tonight. All right. That being said, we have 1 7, 6 8s, 3 9s, and 5 10s. All right. I think this ends up in the 9 category.
I think for me, like, actually the guy's face showing down below is also, like, if it's supposed to be face down in the water, then it should be underwater, but it doesn't appear that way because it's like.
Well, I mean, he's got the guy around his chest and is holding him up, so that's his hand underneath the guy's chest and the cuff on his shirt. So
yeah, it's just like it's not like his face should be face down in the water, covering that front.
All righty, okay. It is your turn again, and where do you go? What do you say? Issue number 10.
me see here. Let me go up to start first.
Thank you.
I mean, you've got a little bit of action here. I mean, it's almost kind of a mash or a continuation of a few of the earlier covers. An 8.
All right. How about you, Eric?
I'm gonna go with an 8 also. I would have gone higher, but I know it wasn't the style of the covers. That if you could have seen the whole car, yes,
Yeah,
because I mean you have to look twice. And go, oh, the one guy's a cop. At first you look, say, oh, he's just joyriding with him, but no, it's a cop.
If the car was black, it was at night, and Phil Collins in the Air was playing.
that always helps. Venkman.
I gotta go with Eric. I'm gonna give this an 8, but it kind of looks like a scene out of Gotham. Like Ben McKenzie runs up and jumps on the back of the car and fires a gun. Here it says, "Don't pull over."
All right. Melissa.
The kind of sort of the geometric background, it makes me think of like Norman Rockwell, just a little bit if he did pulp covers. That's fun. I like, is he running alongside a car in a car chase? It's like,
is he running next to the car? You guys are under arrest.
Yeah,
That might be.
It looks like he's hanging on to the car. He's riding onto it.
okay,
Yeah.
we could do that,
So,
yeah.
what's your number there, Melissa?
I think I'll go 8.
Alrighty. Amy?
I'm gonna go with a 6. Yeah.
Okey-dokey. Pixel.
I agree. It's a 6. Like, they're learning so much with colors. That's great. However, this cover is just not portraying it well. I can't tell if he's in the car or if he's outside of the car. I guess the crotch shot behind the two guys, maybe that's an indicator that he's hanging on, but it's not a good depth. I think it's really a downgrade in comparison to the last few covers that we talked about.
That's why I'm going to give it a 5. What the hell's going on? I mean, okay, yeah, I would love to see the full car because the car's the most dynamic thing here.
Right.
It's not moving. It is moving. He's running. He's jumping in. He's in the back seat and said, hold on, you guys are crooks. This isn't my family. What is he saying? What is going on here? This is a 4. I'm going to drop it down to a 4. It's not a very good cover. Just there's nothing to it. Okay. Let's see. Chrononaut says 6. So does Ethereal Dragon. Okay.
I would love to see that like cover where you're like, hey, they've really got the dynamics of a good layout on a cover, because I think they've been working. It's been interesting seeing them go from like flats to line art to using color and shading and texture in more interesting ways. And I'm like, okay, they're getting pretty predictable with that, which is awesome. Now we could maybe experiment more with the layouts and getting either strong graphic layout or a good narrative layout.
But it may have fallen short, but it was an important step in the comic book covers evolution.
Well, yeah, they just hired Vince Galetta. That's why.
Whenever I do a community tab, it gives me edit the preview, and you can move it around, pick the thing. It looks like this needed just to be slid over so we could actually see what's going on. It's way too far to the left, you know. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let's see. Also, Maranya says Detective Comics 10, another scene from a gangster movie. Color's okay, some drama, but something feels off. Yeah, because it's. Okay, so score 8.
Did they steal Iron Man's car? Tony Stark's no longer driving his car. Somebody stole it.
MK says, I'll go 6 on this one. The cop looks like he's trying to surprise the bad guys, but kind of didn't go as planned, and the bad guys don't look that intimidated.
No, they don't.
Right. Needs a caption, says Chrononaut. A 3 from Rhaegar, who didn't like it more than I did. First appearance of Super Cop. But a 5, says Rhaegar. Alrighty. Ethereal says 3, and One Slick says 5. Perspective is off. Car is pointing towards lower right, backgrounds towards right center. Guy with a gun looks over that driver instead of behind or beside him. So we got a 3 and a 5. And a 5. Okay, meow meow. That's a 4 for me. I guess I skipped the black cat again. All right, sorry, dude. All right. Let's see. Dropped it. The more I look at it, the worse I get. Hey, John Harsher, what's up? All right, so here we go. Let's go. Let's see what we got. We've got 2 3s. That's bringing down the 8s. As a matter of fact, those 5s do. We're skipping the 7s and down to a 6 on this one. All righty. Not a great cover. Boom. And we get to And Friends. And let's see, whom is next to start?
Oh, you clicked the wrong button. Oh, yeah.
Vanilla.
He's back now.
We'll be right back.
Welcome
I
back.
kicked myself. Yeah, I kicked myself out somehow. Go figure. I don't even know how I
You're
did
like,
it.
and now let's go. Gone. Like, you just
While we're going on to the next one, I feel I should go ahead and mention. Do we have the link in the chat, Venkman? For
it's pinned on the
pinned.
chat.
Go on ahead and mention everything because it looks like I do not have issue number 11 here.
Yes. Okay.
So let me add it in, and you can talk about everything that's going on in Sunday, the whole 9 yards.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our dear friend, our dear and friend Maranya, right now is going through a tough time, and we, as her community, as her and friends as well, we are trying to support her best we can. So the link should be pinned in this chat. So please go ahead and check it out. If you can give anything, it's greatly appreciated. We understand if you can't, but we're just trying to do our best to make sure that our friend is kept well.
Hold on just a sec.
Yep. We're currently sitting at $2,020.
Okay, I didn't refresh, but there you go. It's we're halfway there. We're going to be doing a fundraiser on Sunday that where we're going to be raffling some books, and we've got a lot of good stuff.
The Geeky Puppet Show is also we're not going to be streaming that night just for this cause because there are a few great people that you'll meet in life. Maranya is one of those people that you will meet, and she deserves our love, our support, the best we can give her.
Absolutely, and she has it.
Okay, so there you go. And whose turn is it? Is there Eric or is it RDV?
I have no idea.
Or is Evil Black Cat? Two of which seem not to be. Evil Black Cat, did you start us last time or?
No.
Okay, there you go.
No.
I give this maybe a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, not too much detail. The guy is too color coordinated with the guy with the knife is too color coordinated with everything else. So like he's merging in the other guy. You can barely see it.
All right.
And is this the first appearance of the rope and in the Windows guest?
It might just be, but once again, this is pre-Batman, so this showed up. And what was your number again?
About pre-Batman.
What was your number again?
4.
4. Okay, and Eric is away right now, so let's go to RDV.
Well, he's attacking this poor guy, trying to break into this guy's house. The guy says, "Screw you! I don't care the cop. You don't have a warrant. You're not getting in." So he's going to cut the rope. And yeah, you can barely make it out, but his hand's on the throat of the guy who's cutting the rope, and you see him. He's like trying to squeeze him as much as he can. That's why his teeth are gritting, but it comes off looking like a creepy doll. on the cop's face. Disturbing.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
All righty, Melissa.
Okay, from where I'm seeing, I'm a little bit further away. Like I didn't notice the fact that he had his hand on his neck. It looked like he was grinning nervously, like he's trying to kind of futilely attempt to charm his opponent into not cutting the rope.
Oh,
Yeah,
he had garlic. That's what it was. Yeah, that's why he's cutting away.
Let's see.
Okay, Amy. Oh, what was your score, Melissa?
Oh, I was going to go 7. If I give the other one an 8, I think I'll give this one an 8 too.
All righty. And let's see, Amy.
Well, they actually addressed the layout because the layout, the illustration's not rendered perfectly, but the layout, it's the actions well centered and it kind of leads the eye to sort of what's going on. The characters need some work, and I'm rambling a bit, but I think it's funny that the next issue that showed up addressed exactly what I was thinking would be next in its evolution. So that's kind of exciting. I don't know what the rope's attached to. I guess he's the first Spider-Man. You know what?
The first who?
Spider-Man.
Damn right. Yeah.
As much, my biggest improvement on this would be like if he were trying to sneak up somewhere, it was a lady and she had a pie on the window, and he was like, "Oh, hi, ma'am, I'm not stealing the pie," and she had like a baked rolling pin or something. That'd be cool. But
I would enjoy that.
That would be fun, right? But that might not be as exciting. Anyway, I'm gonna have to at least give it a 9 because they delivered exactly what I was hoping they would the next issue, and that's amazing.
Now I want Batman walk up the rope and then seeing the Swedish chef in the window.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Melissa, did Melissa give hers? What was your score, Amy?
A 9.
A 9. Okay. And Professor Pixel.
This cover has learned a lot since our first cover and our second cover. It realized that backgrounds are important because you see, even within the shadows, the bricks are still laid out. They learned a lot, but there's still something off. And I think anyone can see that. So I think it's more of a 7, personally. It's learned a lot. They've learned a lot since number 1, but they haven't been able to balance it well enough to get a good cover in this one right there.
Kind of looks like one of those dummies that Pixel's scared of.
Wow! Yeah.
Okay.
The dummies from the Ant Friends.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have to say?
I like this cover a lot, but I'm taking a point off for the weird shadow in the lower right corner, and a point off for the fact that the way they drew the detective's eye and the angle of his face feels like it's pointing towards me and not looking at the bad guy. So I'm giving it an 8.
Okay.
That's an interesting point. What's casting that shadow?
Evil Black Cat?
Might be.
I gave it a 4.
Oh,
I went first.
You started us off. Eric said it's 7 in the chat. So let's see. I'm liking the cover. I think it's all right. Yeah, there are a few flaws to it, but nothing that really destroys it. The weird eye, it's iffy, but yeah, I'm going 8 on this one.
What if it's a glass eye?
Maybe. See, we're
We just solved it.
we're just really insulting the handicap here.
Nah, he's looking at it, looking away from because the knife would go into his eyes if he was looking at the guy.
Detective Comics 11, frame from a noir movie, but colorized drama, detail, great color, more like this for me, says Maranya, scored a 10.
Nice.
All righty. 7 from Eric, 3, it looks off, says Ethereal. All righty. A 7, despite the window being on the first floor. Well, he's climbing up a rope. I would assume it's not. But there you go. We get a 7.
Is he climbing up it or is he swinging on it?
And then One Slick says 8. While the detail works and the colors, why are the bricks on the right side of the window's so big and the bricks joints yellow when the rest are white, and he should be cutting away, not towards himself. Now that's just a safety issue. But there you go. This is an 8 from Winsley. And let's see, 6 from Chrononaut. And MK says, I'll give this color an 8. Cool, but could be better. Cool. Okay, and we got a 6. Alrighty, and that is about it for that one. And let's see, we've got that 3 is taking people down here. We got the 10, the 9, one of the 8s, and then the 4. This goes to 7 here, kids. Alrighty.
It's always a cop versus a Swede.
That's the way it's supposed to be. There we go. And then we are on to issue number 12. And I believe, Eric, you want to start us off here?
You're under arrest for killing Big Bird.
Whoa. I gotta give us a 10.
All righty. Let's hear why.
Yeah, the look of fear on the guy's face as he looks at himself on a wanted poster. And then if you look right under where it says murder, there's the first appearance of Batman, drawn by Kelly Jones.
Yep.
That's good.
That's good.
No, I like this. This works.
All righty, RDV, what you say?
Look at his skull on his face, the detail on his face. I love that. The detail into his sleeves, in his jacket, and everything. He with the cigarette in his mouth. The only thing that's missing is that he doesn't have a cigarette and on his wanted ad. You know, it's a 10. This is the best one they've had all night.
Okay, Melissa, what do you say?
The pathos is definitely pretty strong. You can tell, like, just
it's character driven.
It's very character driven. You kind of empathize for the man. It's more emphasis on the internal struggle rather than, like, it's not quite as action focused. Let's see. The water poster is nicely drawn. I think I'll give it a 9.
All right. Amy.
This is so cool. This is like the culmination of everything, everywhere they started and everything that they've learned. It's a little bizarre, but that's kind of cool too. It's kind of like, it represents, I think, the era and the times and what it accomplished. And I think it's neat that they have a drawn, like, rendered version of the character, because we don't see a lot of fine line art in the characters because they're usually trying to figure out how to do the color. And the painting's been neat, but it's cool to see it. And this is what, like, a drawing would be. So, yeah, I like this piece. It's a little strange, but I really like it, and I like what it represents. So I'm going to give this a 10.
All righty. Pixel.
What did I give the last cover?
I don't know. I got lines on a page, dude. I don't have names.
I think it's about. I think I gave it about a 7, and I'm going to keep it the same way because I feel the same bit. They're learning.
Oh yeah,
so much, but at the same time, it's at the point that you can notice these little things. Like his thumb is underneath. It should be bended there, and the edge of the paper is bent. Sorry, and that's fine, but it's weird. It's weird. His face. I've heard 2 people say, one that he is scowling, and then one that he is filled with fear, and that's 2 different emotions, and it's just not enough for me. I'm going to keep it. At a 7.
LK, what do you say?
Barely at a 7 though. It might be a 6.
Okay. Yeah, this is my favorite cover of the night, so this is going to be my 10.
All righty. All righty, Evil Black Cat.
No in German.
9.
All righty.
9.
My 9s. This is a 10. I love the black background. I mean, Pixel made a point about the fact that the paper is, even though he's grabbing it, the paper's not crumpled. It looks like he's more pulling it down. But I don't think that really matters because, and I think this really invokes an emotion, and what that emotion is, you can put into it. Whether you look at that and you go, wow, I would be scared, and you see him as scared, or you can look at that and you're like, okay, I think he's mad, and you put the grimace in or whatever. That's up to you. I think that's actually because there's a movie, by the way. It's a guy who's straight face, and they edit, and there's a person crying, and that guy who's straight face looks sad. There's a person happy, and the guy looks happy. But he never changes his emotion. I think that might be a little bit working with the art right here. But whatever it is, it doesn't invoke emotion. I think it is awesome. I'm giving it a 10.
When I meant Skull, it's just the way his some people have that permanent look on their face, no matter what they do, the emotions, they have that permanent frown sometimes.
Yeah, but still, Skull is different.
Detective Comics 12 says, Marani, another colorized noir film still. Story told in the art without dialogue balloons. Crook looking toward the reader, daring them to turn him in. It is a 10 from Maranya. And then we have Poor Yellow People in the Series, says Jackson. It gets a 9. And then we're looking at a 6 from Ethereal. Alrighty. And then we have 1938 called Pixel, says you suck. And then Ethereal is saying, I can't tell what he's feeling, and it bugs me, says Ethereal. I think you're supposed to put that in there. Alrighty.
Green, I know you're old. You're not that old, though. You don't know what 1938 says.
MK says a 7. Okay. Let's see. We're waiting for Rhaegar and let's see, One Slick and
MK is 7.
Chrononaut.
Brain, do you mean 1938 AD or BC?
One Slick says
whatever.
One Slick says this has great detail, feathering on the suit and pin striping on the shirt. Facial lighting is correct, and the shadowing from the torn poster hat. Wood should be the color of the title. Okay, and it gets a 9 from him. Okay, let's give it a few moments for Chrononaut and the other before we move on, and we'll see. What's up, Professor?
I wanted to ask, did you have the, because I know these are different covers, and are they all the same artist? I don't believe so, but are they, or are they?
They're. I would assume they're different, but let me check out, see if any of them are the artists or any of the creative, because sometimes in the golden age they didn't credit writers and artists. Let me go down to this cover here.
Craig and River Flessel or whatever it is. Fleischer? I don't know, Flessel.
Fleischer.
A few of these.
Okay, here we go. Craig Flessel is the cover artist. His name's Craig Flessel. Never heard of him. We have Gardner Fox writing, Jerry Siegel writing a story in here. Joe Shuster is penciling a story in here. Malcolm Wheeler Nicholson is the editor. I'm just learning about him, by the way. Russell Cole is a penciler writer. Sven Elvin, Tom Hickey, Willie I, and Vince Sullivan are all the creators on this book. We got Chrononaut with a 5. Gratu, what's up? What do you think about the cover? Give it a grade. One is horrible. 2 is what is it? Here you go. Let me go through it. We've got 1 is painful like Rosmo. 2 is awful like Erica Henderson. 3 is very bad like Villa Lobos. 4 is bad like Canones. 5 is bland like Land. 6 is and Friends. Solid Swan is 7. A very good Burn is 8. And Awesome Garcia Lopez and Super Awesome George Perez. So what would you, not that these are the artists doing it, it's just some stupid
10
thing.
being the greatest, 1 being the worst,
Yeah.
6 being above mid, 4 below mid.
Yep. Alrighty.
You got to
That
speak
being
in
said,
you got to speak in non-modern art because no If you're not reading, you don't know who Henderson is.
Erica Henderson. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll put it in there if he decides to grade. But for now, let's see. We have 5 10s, 4 9s, 2 7s, and 1 6. And that is once again we do have 9s.
Cool.
No 10s today. It looks like. All righty. And I thought that one was damn near gonna make it. That being said, who do we have? RDV, you can lead us off on the last cover of the evening. This is issue number 13.
10.
All righty.
This is the way his stature is. Pulling the gun. The guy is just kind of sneaking over. You can see the detail on his necklace, the skull and crossbones, as it looks like almost. Yep. And he's going to reach out with his pixel hand. That's like super wide, like orangutan.
Double fingers.
You know,
just for you.
And then the detail and the vines, everything. It's a starry night. Yeah, this is great. Like he's about to be jumped from behind.
All righty, Melissa, what do you say?
Okay, this one, I feel like this has like some of the best, like a great composition, the inking, the pathos, the lighting. It's all. If I couldn't give this one a 10, I don't think I could give any of them 10. So I think I'm gonna make this one a 10.
All righty, Amy, what do you say? What you got?
Yeah, this one's a 10 too. It's neat. It's kind of like everything they've learned, and they added a little bit more with the life drawing aspect of it and kind of fleshing out that. I don't know if they've got a new artist in or if he's just kind of hitting his stride, but it's a very cool piece.
All right, Pixel.
This is showing so much growth in comparison. Like everything is to a detail. It is done very well. The proportions are a little off from the man to the hand. That's like a slight problem. But this is like a
judging someone for having large hands.
Yeah, right.
Ghetto.
Evil Black Cat. I didn't want to go ahead and give it, but it's for you too.
You say that, but there's I forget which noir movie it is, but I mean there is a guy that kills people by smothering them with his giant hand.
Was that Rondo Hatton?
I
Probably.
thought it was Braun
You know,
Strowman.
it's still to the point that I think that this is one of the best covers. What's the highest ranking I've given tonight? Does anybody know? Or
8.
Probably. Right.
No, you haven't gone higher than an 8.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
this is a 9 to me. So this is great in a lot of ways. I love the details. I think that they've shown so much growth since the beginning.
It's the same guy, by the way, that did the last cover.
I understand, but it's still not.
Greg Flessel. Let me see if
I love the weight of his shoulder and like his cheek on the wall where he's leaning over, and the depth, like the shoulders kind of over from his chest and the top of the shoulders over a bit, and the way his nose kind of hangs over that way. It's just really cool. That's not always an easy angle and depth to get in a drawing, and he pulled it off.
All right, LK.
Well, this detective is about to find out where Waldo is. So I'm going to give it a 10.
All righty. Evil Black Cat.
I'll go with a 9.
All
The
righty.
wall in the background, the guy's face, and the falling leaves near the wall, all of being in yellow kind of merges to me.
Okay, so we get a 9. All right. Eric, what do you say?
10. It's just getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Pixel, do you ever have to shave your hands?
No, I don't. I've never shaved. You know, when I was a kid, I thought about shaving my legs because they're very hairy, but I never did. So
Yeah.
but my arms haven't been a problem.
1, 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pixel,
LK,
after you hit puberty, let us know if you have to.
Evil Black Cat. I don't think I got from you.
I went last.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just went
last.
Okay, and you said 9. Okay, so Eric, LK, you said 9?
No, I said
no, you
10.
said 10. Alrighty, and then Evil Black Cat said 9. Eric said 10. Okay, and then RDV said 10. So did Amy and Melissa, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Okay. All right. That was the one I was missing. Okay, and here's something I don't think any of you guys have mentioned. As the guy's reaching for the cop, he's kind of looking out the side. It's one of those cases where, LK said, like, the guy's eye was going weird and he's looking at the audience instead of the guy who's choking him. He's kind of doing that. He's looking off to the side because he's noticing. Mm-hmm. He knows that guy. That's why he's drawing the gun. And I love the fact that they drew the eye just a little bit off, like he's trying to see behind him over the wrong shoulder, but still, because he's not forward looking. He's actually this, and he's looking over behind him that this guy's trying to reach, and that's why he's pulling his gun. Excellent freaking details to this. I do like the way that everybody's painted and drawn. Mm-hmm. The leaf being washed out by the spotlight that's on him, not bothering me at all. This is a solid freaking 10.
Yeah.
This is the best cover of the night in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is it's a solid way to end. Detective Comics 13, cover ripped from a noir gangster film, but colorized. It says Maranya. Peril and drama implied. Color and detail works to set the scene. Give it a 10. And then we have Flessel did all of them. Not all of them. He didn't do number 1. Too much yellow, says Jackson, giving it a 9. And then we have 9. Only problem is the fingertips almost disappear into the suit. And the cop, you can see his eye under the hat shadow, but the guy reaching, you can't really see his eyes when you should. I think, well, yeah, actually you can.
I can't. So, like, I agree with that.
I can't see your monitor.
I mean, I tried zooming in. I tried looking at it in a different way.
You can't tell which direction his eye's looking at all. You see little white dots, but that's about it. They don't know if you're guessing.
Yeah. Because to me, if I look at the little white dots, all I see is the eye looking somewhat glazed over, like it's looking blankly forward, not exactly forward.
Like, is his pupil the white dot on the right side?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're doing.
I know if it's big enough, but hold on just a sec. See if.
Well, it's the same.
It's the same size. Okay. But yes, you can actually see his eyes there. It's this is an incredible cover to me. But let's get the others. So One Slick said, okay, we got One Slick's 9. Chrononaut says 10. All righty. And then we have a 7 from Ethereal, who has to be trolling at this point. It's always, I'll vote 9. For me, the bad guy trying to be sneaky, but the cop is ready. If you look carefully, the cop has a side eye, but the shadow from the fedora doesn't make it obvious until you really look. Tells a story better than the Secret Empire with Hydra Cap. Dude, don't get me started. All right, who are we? Are we missing anybody? Nope, we got everybody. All righty, so this is what we've got. We've got 1 7, no 8s, but we've got 3 9s, and then we've got 8 10s. So 1, 2, 5. So we still have 3 10s after all of the elimination. Ladies and gentlemen, right before we stop, the very last cover of the night gives us our first super awesome.
Yay!
There we go. I was wondering if we were going to get one tonight. So, that was kind of weird. So the worst one is issue number 2, the Bland Like Land, where you have the jaundice. Hold on just a second. If I'm going to talk about things, let me jump down.
Like, Greg Land is very bad because his art is basically all just traces off of bullshit. But that's still offensive.
Hey, there's our list.
Yep, and we have the worst one is the Jaundice Thief. All right. Now let me.
Yeah, why is the cop hassling the yellow kid?
I know, right? It's because he forgot his yellow nightshirt, and then we have, yeah.
Is it the same Waldo?
And then we have the car cover and the shadow. These are the two confusing ones. They're not horrible. They're just confusing as to what happened. On the solids, we have the wall that everybody seemed to not like, the purple, which everybody seemed to like. The thing is which one do you like the least, the Asian guy or the wall?
The Asian guy, because it's far too basic. Like it's unacceptably basic. Compared
Next,
to
the only 8 was the other quote Asian guy unquote, and we had 5 9s with the
Pixel liking the Asian guy the least. That's racist.
So was the word. Okay. Let's see.
I'm somewhat from Asia, so I can say it.
Okay, there you go. The best of the 9s. I think the best of them is the guy with a wanted poster or this window shop. What do you guys think? What's the best of the 9s to you?
The window.
The wanted poster.
I wanted poster.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay, how about you, sisters?
Of all, I think my favorite is the window one.
I kind of like the guy who's running and punching in the face. There's it's kind of a fun style.
Okay, RDV, what do you think? What is the best of the 9s?
Wanted poster.
Wanted poster. Okay, wanted poster got 3 votes, 2 votes for the window, and 1 for the Tommy gun and the puncher, which means the guy in the lake ended up being the worst. Wanted poster, the best, and this is how it goes for the 9s, which leaves our top 10. The hand grab, wanted poster, window, punch, Tommy gun, lake, Asian guy, and then the purple wall, orange wall, just Asian dude on the cover, and the 2 confused, and then shadow. There you go. That is our top 12 Detective or the first 13 Detective Comics in order from best to worst. All righty. Do it the 13. Only 13. We can actually break it down like that a little bit better.
You're saying number 13 was lucky number 13?
Lucky number 13. It was the best of the bunch. It was good. That and I got to say the guy with the hand, that was my favorite cover of the night. But did anybody else have a different one? Like, what was, if it wasn't the number 1, what was your favorite cover of the night? But like, to me, the first one, the one with the guy reaching over was. But was there somebody who didn't like that cover as much as another one? Is what I'm asking.
The one that Amy brought up with the thick outline to go ahead.
The punching.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Stylized in that fashion, but I preferred that.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Good night, One Slick. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, doing our auction. Got some great new big dogs going on. We got a lot of comic books you haven't seen. As a matter of fact, there are no repeats from. Well, no, it was requested that I have some flair in there and some film force, so I included that. But otherwise, it's all new stuff. So please join us 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. Sunday, starting at 6, we have our fundraiser. So please join us for that as well. As we raffle off some books, trying to get Maranya the next 2,000. Pixel, you were about to say something?
I was going to say, we just want to mention last time for the end of the night, go ahead and check out that link for the GoFundMe for Maranya, because we just want to support her the best we can. If you can donate anything, it is appreciated. We understand people have hard times, they have struggles. We're just trying to support the best and friend we have, which is Maranya. So if you can, go ahead and donate anything. I've donated already, and I would if I could any more.
All righty. And Black Cat, you were trying to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Okie dokies. All right. That being said, guys, thanks for joining us. Oh, before we go, I have to check to see what was chosen. We have, something just jumped up. Somebody voted again. If you haven't voted in the poll, do that. I will, I'll give, nope. I'll give it another few seconds. So if you haven't voted in the poll, you can. And the choices were our Phantom Lady, Doctor Strange, Showcase, and Flash Comics. And Phantom Lady is way in the lead there, LK.
Finally.
But we've had 21 of our viewers vote tonight. That is the largest turnout for this. So you know what? I don't see 1 or 2 votes changing this. So I'm going to end the poll. And on Tuesday, we're going to be doing Phantom Lady. So here's the lineup. Tomorrow's our auction. If we have time, we can put it in there. We'll do Sunday. Otherwise, things are going to be moved forward. Where Monday will be our Jonah Hex. Tuesday will be the Spider-Woman. Then Thursday will be the Phantom Lady. But we're going to get to those, and I'm always going to throw that pull up every time we do this. Thank you very much for hanging out. Guys, thank you very much for showing up in the panel. Dalton, I'll never say those words again. I didn't mean to chase you off. I thought I got intimidated by the crowd size, but sorry, I won't try to stifle any voices. I don't want to chase anybody else. This is supposed to bring us together, looking at some great comic book art, and sometimes some not so great. Let's be honest. But that being said, it's still a lot of fun. And don't forget to go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar, or join up. You get a spot on the winning wheel every week at the auctions. Don't forget tomorrow's auction at 8. The fundraiser at 6 on Sunday. And as always, thank you very much.
Also, stop over at Dr. Silver Age tomorrow at 10 Eastern, I believe it is.
Okay.
And most importantly, if you can, check out Marania's link for the GoFundMe. Support her.
I love Marania. I got to pay my bills, dude. Most importantly. No. All right. You guys have a great time. Thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kids.
Later, folks.